Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Veterans Day. I forgot to mention that earlier today, but happy Veterans Day to all of you, to my brothers and sisters in arms as well. I love all of you, and thank you all for your service. People, let us move forward. Let's get back on track with this. Actually, today was another one of those days which went beyond the freak show. And I mean beyond the freak show. Hold that thought. Because we heard from probably the supreme freak today. And I'm not talking about the Fed chair. We're talking about another one. You know, I refer to him as like a kind of a resemblance to Frankenstein. I think you know what I'm talking about. Stein. Who do I call Stein lately? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. It's going to be lovely. Just lovely. Prepare yourself, because I hope I don't have a freaking meltdown. I might. I can feel my blood boiling right now, but that's besides the point. Let me get calm here for a second. So, yeah, this is my post-market wrap-up on this Veterans Day, Thursday. And let's set the scene here for you. Stocks today. Dow Jones Industrial Average took a hit, falling about 150-something points. Most of that was Disney, which cratered. Disney fell like 7 freaking percent today. 7%. That's pretty astonishing in my view to see a Dow component get slammed like that. You know something? While we're on the topic of Disney, you know, ticker DIS, what does Greg Mannarino think you should do right now? Well, I think you should buy it. I think you should buy Disney here. You know, I'm not saying it's going to rebound like miraculously over the next few days, but as a buy and hold, at least in this environment, which is not going to stop until it does, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, you do want to have this in your portfolio, especially after what a move. I mean, you want to talk about I'm laughing. I can't help myself sometimes. Yeah, it got slammed today, and that did suck some points out of the Dow. But the NASDAQ did very well today after the sell-off yesterday. And the S&P 500, okay, a little gain, nothing major going on here. Bond market, you know, nothing today because the bond market was closed. The dollar or the Dixie, which is what we need to follow here, you know, the relative strength of the lovely dollar, which is a dying asset, along with other fiat currencies around the world by design. And where's the proof of that? How about look around? Look around. We got inflation surging at its highest, fastest pace ever. And you think, really, that this is just by accident? Oh, we have so much to talk about. The mainstream narrative today was enough to make anyone just vomit. It's serious, that bad. I'm getting nauseated just thinking about it. But we're going to talk about that too. But let's go back to the market here real quick, like I said. So that's how the market played out with regard to the major indices. The bond market, nothing because it was closed. Dollar a little higher. MMRI higher, 92.2. Okay, I would like to see it under 90. Okay, but still, the game remains the same for now. What am I talking about? Risk on. What is risk on? Cash is going to make its way into the stock market because the Fed keeps pumping it and the Fed keeps buying assets. It's out of control, people. Gold and silver today, especially silver, doing very well. Yesterday, too. You know that. Cryptocurrencies, okay, we're doing good. We're stuck in a range, like I said this morning. Let's see where this goes. You know what my take is on it. I personally don't care what happens in the short run. I do not trade cryptocurrencies. You all know that too, okay? I don't do it. I do hold these things. I am a hodler, whatever the word is. I know, I hold it. Look, I'm not into these fancy words. I can barely speak freaking English, so I don't know what these fancy words are. Hodler. What is it? I don't know. Tell me what it is, because, well, actually, I don't really care. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's where we stand here with the freak show of a stock market here. But I do want to cover some stuff here that we got going on. I don't even know where to start with some of this stuff. I'll be honest with you. As usual, I got a couple of pages of notes here. Let's start off with this. In the beginning of this lovely video, I made a reference to Frankenstein. Frankenstein is our current puppet who's sitting behind the Resolute desk. I call him Bidenstein. Again, what are they? They're all actors, and whenever they say something, you have to understand the polar opposite is generally true. Okay, that's just the way they all operate. That's the way it is. I don't know. That's what it is. Anyway, so this is what our freak show, and he is a freak. Look, I may be a little freaky. It's really the truth, but I pale in comparison to some other freaks out here. And this thing, he's another thing. Okay, he's a zombie. Okay, really, honestly. But his script is very simple. The script that he was fed today was this. This is Bidenstein. We will see lower prices. Ponder that. I want you to try to make it up. Make it up. Unless you were a politician, you could not make it up. Okay, this is, again, the propaganda, the lies, the distraction. And again, there are worshipers here. And I don't want to offend any of you. Look, let me explain this to you. When I talk bad like I am right now with regarding our current president, I get hate mail. Hate mail. Greg, you're not giving the man a chance. Greg, he's a great man. He's a this, he's a that. Dog shit. They're all dog shit. I don't play favorites. I hate them all. You know that. I don't play favorites. I hate them all because they're just puppets. All of them are. Okay, yes, they get legions of freaking worshipers. Well, why? It's this whole thing that humans need, some kind of a savior. I don't understand it. You can see how religions develop. I mean, honestly. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, though. I know I'm going to offend people with that too, but that's besides the point. I'm all about, look, if you're going to get offended by something that I say here, if sticks and stones can break your bones and words can't harm you, then why are you freaking here? You understand? Look, I am myself, and I'm going to say what I want, when I want on this channel. If you don't like it, there's always a back door. Just get out of here, honestly. Anyway, so Bidenstein here. Yes, we will see lower prices. Now, he goes on to say, and this kind of word is interesting. He goes on to say that his agenda, you like that word? Agenda? I don't know. To me, it has like a negative connotation to it. His agenda will tame inflation. How about there is no possible way on this earth that his agenda is going to stop surging inflation? People, what we're seeing now with inflation, these wheels have been in motion literally since the floodgates were opened with QE1 back in the Obama days. Surging inflation, unbelievable debt. Look, what did Obama do? Borrowed more cash than every president before him combined. What did Trump do? Another $9 trillion. Lovely. Calling for negative rates. Calling for a weaker dollar. You can't make that stuff up, but that's what he wanted to do. Would have made things a lot worse. And what's this guy doing? What they all do, these people, all right, these puppets, okay, is they find every reason imaginable to continue to borrow cash into existence. They create things just to keep the mechanism going. Again, no president, I don't care what you may believe or who you currently worship, okay? And Obama had worshipers, Trump has worshipers, this guy has worshipers, and I guarantee you I'm going to get some hate mail because of this freaking video, but I don't care, all right? I'm telling you the way it is. They cannot tell you that they must do what they're doing. Because, again, that's the nature of the debt-based economic model. It has to continually borrow cash in greater and greater and greater amounts. This is why we don't have a budget, why we're seeing deficits explode. Everything they can't tell you the truth. Imagine, for example, I don't know, pick your favorite I don't know, who do you worship? You worship Obama? Let's talk about him. Let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about the current guy. Do you believe one of these individuals can tell you the truth, which is they will find any reason imaginable and create reasons to borrow cash into existence in greater and greater amounts, because that's the nature of the economic monster that we have. It is not wealth-based. It is debt-based. Period. This is a global phenomenon. Central banks got a stranglehold on the world. And that's just the way it is. But they can't tell you the truth. They will not tell you the truth, because then maybe you'll start to think. No, you must be kept in some kind of a delusional state, an induced delusional state. You ever see people when they look at, let's say, I don't know, some kind of a celebrity or a president that they worship, it's like they just go, they can't even breathe. It's like they're seeing God or something. No, you got to be kidding me. No. But I think you get it. Most people who follow this blog clearly get it. Anyway, so going back to Bidenstein here. His agenda, okay, he's saying we'll tame inflation. I can promise you that, again, going back to what I said, when a politician says something, the polar opposite will happen. Okay, so you can expect inflation to continue to surge out of control. Now let's talk about that a little bit more. So the narrative today from the mainstream freaking propaganda ministry is all about this, and this is the headlines. The Fed made a mistake. The Fed is trapped. The Fed lost control. All of this is 100% false. Anybody with a YouTube channel, off YouTube, who's trying to sell you that lie is twisting your mind. Nothing that the Federal Reserve does or is doing currently is an accident. All of this is thought about well in advance. They implement their strategy because their end game, people, you know what it is to own it all. Own it all. They are deliberately creating inflation. They are going to create more inflation. With the Fed making a mistake, no, they did not make any mistake. They've been telling us for years that they're going to hit their inflation target. Well, we knew it. Those of us who have a functioning brain, or you follow this blog, you knew that the Fed was going to greatly exceed their inflation target, because this guy has told you since time immemorial they were going to inflate, and then inflate some more. So you are not surprised. Okay, all these other people, they're shocked and surprised because they think the Fed made a mistake. This is deliberate. The Fed is trapped. How is the Fed trapped? The Fed is fulfilling their end game, doing exactly what they said they would do. They're buying assets like we've never seen before in the history of the world. This is their end game. This is their plan. They are not trapped. All they're going to do is buy more assets and continue to create distortions across the spectrum of asset classes, hyperinflate the debt bubble, hyperinflate a stock market bubble, because all of this is going to come tumbling down at one point by design, okay? And the rich and the well-off are going to become so much more rich and well-off at the expense of everyone else, like they do every single time the market melts down. So there's no trap here, okay? The Fed is doing exactly what they set out to do. And with regard to the Fed losing control, because these are the three headlines: Fed made a mistake, Fed is trapped, and lost control. No, the Fed is in full control. In fact, so much so that they are now the government. That's it. You understand? I think you got it. You know what? This video is getting kind of long. I had some other stuff I wanted to talk about. But what I've touched on here is 100% true. Okay? Everything I've said here. You know, look, people are not that dumb. I don't think they are, honestly. At least you're not. People know the truth when they hear it. So tell me, have I said something to you here that doesn't ring true? No, I guarantee you're going bing, 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 true, 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 true. Yeah, it's all true. It's all true. And nobody knows it better than you do. People, this guy loves you a lot, and I really mean that. And if I offended you by, I don't know, hurting your feelings, I really don't give a damn. I really don't. But I still love you anyway. Look, this is my style. This is what I do. If I insulted your savior deity, whether it's Obama, Trump, or the current guy, and I know I did, well, it's just too damn bad, ain't it? Go someplace else that's gonna, blow sunshine up their crack, so you'll feel a lot better. With that said, I'm going to go. I'm going to go check my email box in the comments for, some hate mail. It's so funny, these people. What can you do? That's the way it is. See you in the morning.